Now I'm going to show you my next project, which is we're going to try to make a base plate that we can put onto these motors, and we'll be able to, without 3D printing, we'll be able to make a plate that we can put on a motor and will turn. I've been showing this plate that I 3D printed, and it has an X hole in the middle, and that X hole accommodates this motor axle. But what happens if you don't have a 3D printer? We can buy a plate like this for $1.25 at the dollar store, and we can make a hole in the middle, and it won't be an X hole, but it will be for this kind of a pin that accommodates an axle. In other words, we can put an axle inside this and then put this in the hole, and then we will have something that fits onto the motor itself, like this. So this plate will go on top. I'll show you how I do that. Okay, first in order to make our hole, we need to know what size diameter the hole is going to be. So what we're going to do is measure the Lego Technics pin in diameter and then drill a hole that size. And it looks like this comes in right at 5 millimeters. Can you see where the 0 matches up with the 5 tick mark? So now we need a drill that's 5 millimeters. And that looks like that drill is just about going to do a hole that we need. Now I want to have my hole centered on this plate. This plate cost $1.25 from the dollar store. I want to put it on top of a motor, and I'll show you how we'll do that by drilling a hole in this plate, but we first have to find the center. So what I'm going to do is put my ruler straight across corner to corner, like that. Make my mark, do it the other corner to corner, and wherever they cross, that should be the center of the board. That is going to be my center point right there. Right between these 4 holes. Now I'm going to take my drill and drill right through that point. And that should be in the center of that plate. Now I can put my pin in. It's nice and tight. Now I can put this plate onto my motor, and now I can build a Lego creation that will turn with this motor. Now, again, notice this red pin here has an X or a plus hub in the middle, and that fits on the axle. Any of these motors will work. This motor is called a servo. It has 3 wires, so it's for position. This motor is a DC motor, and it's for wheels and axles. And I found that it's best to put a brace on this side of the board so that it doesn't wobble. This board, if you drill a hole in it, it might wobble on the red pin. So use a brace to keep it steady. And we can actually make it more level. So we've got a variable resistor right here that we can turn, and it will make the motor go faster or slower, or stop it. So this is a way to use a $1.25 base plate for Lego Creations. Drill a hole in the middle. I showed you how to find the middle with a straight line corner to corner. The center will be where they cross. Drill a hole. It's 5 millimeters. This will fit it. Goes in the hole. Then this fits on top of the motor. And from there, we can build out creations that are motorized. This way, we're not 3D printing. In my case, I 3D printed a board with an X hole in the middle, but now you can do it by drilling your own round hole and use a Lego Technics pin that goes from plus to round. It's 5 millimeters in diameter. There will be more.